leaked from Cybertron, Hasbro's little clips that they always post with John Warden talking about some of the behind-the-scenes design aspects of the Transformers generations and all the other toy lines related to Transformers. So John talked about this time around something really interesting, and it's kind of a two-parter if it comes to when the news that we're discussing here was he talked about the design and creation of the Rodimus Prime Hot Rod Leader class toy and how there was a few other ideas they had beforehand before they settled with the final product. And one of the things that they showed us was they were kind of going for a combiner, all wave one combiner kind of thing, which they were like, okay, well, Rodimus will be the leader, and then he'll be the leader class toy, and then we could put Jazz, who's one of the deluxes, and then Dreadwind, who's another one of the deluxes, and he'll combine with him, and then we have the Voyager leader, the Voyager Starscream that'll connect in the back, and it'll create this giant combination of things. And it could be like, this, and again, like from a story perspective, it's like, oh, all these Autobots and Decepticons combining together to make what exactly? Like a flying car jet thing. It was just a concept idea. And what was cool about it was when he showed that image in the clip, a Japanese user by the name of, let me just pull up his name so I could give him credit, at Shoga Choi. I'll put his name online. He actually made the combination. He actually took all his Power of the Prime toys together and made it a reality, so to speak, as best he could.
Pretty crazy.
It's pretty. So it's kind of funny.
Ludicrous mode, if anything.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to see.
I love it.
Yeah, it's funny to see. A second one that they showed was something more along the lines of using looks like using the Dinobots this time around.
Yeah.
And then having an armor in the front with a giant matrix, and it's very reminiscent of that, of something along the lines of Star Saber. It's just like it has a very like the jet mode itself in the front is very Cybertronian. Almost reminds me of the Fallen. Anyone who owns, because like anyone who saw the movie doesn't know what I'm talking about. But if you owned the original Fallen's toy, specifically his Voyager class, the very first release, it has a very similar jet mode to what the Fallen's toy was. So it's really, it's interesting.
I think originally that was supposed to be probably what was it called? Not Overlord, but what's the first one that came out?
Are you talking about Black Shadow?
Yeah, it was like a white version of Black Shadow kind of thing.
It's a possibility.
Because if you go into that Japanese post, there's a link. There's a link below the images and right before the video. And if you click on that, then it shows you some concept art they were showing at some panel.
I see.
So it shows the Rodimus. It shows another person that's like a pickaxe or something. That's their alt mode, and then it shows these two base modes, and it's supposed to be like.
I see what you're looking at.
It shows Volcanus there, combined mode, and then Return of the Primes, and then above that it shows like a black and white, not triple chain, like Overlord kind of thing.
Yeah, like what Overlord pretty much was. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's a possibility. Maybe they were probably looking at the Black Shadow toy, but it has a very, like, just the overall, like, design look. Like, if there was a silhouette, it's very Star Saber in idea. And again, going for that.
But it's basically taking that jet and shoving it on the front of Hot Rod, of Rodimus, basically.
It's the same idea like the first image where it's like, let's take the figures of that wave, in this case, the Dinobots in this case, and then giving him some kind of flight jet mode thing, just like slapping everything together, another combiner kind of idea. Of course, that one in the end also didn't work. And then the last one that they showed was, again, some kind of power armor thing, where it was like, okay, he's going to be, they were probably playing with the idea where he's going to be very similar to the Titanium toy, or I use the term the Ox design toy, where it's going to be just Rodimus transforms with the trailer, becomes one thing, it doesn't separate, it's just Rodimus Prime, and then he'd have like a separate power armor thing, and they were playing with this idea of all this different power armor that attaches to him that looks very...
It's pretty cool because it's almost like a backpack, and it wraps around his bottom part of his chest, his top part of his chest, and there's some extra stuff for his feet. And his,
I look at it too, and it looks like, almost like it's like a hand grabbing him from behind. I don't know why, it looks like fingers.
Yeah, exactly that.
And I mean, if you look at the power armor, the details on it, it looks kind of similar to his trailer. Maybe if it was colored in a little bit, but I mean, it's an interesting take. But again, also they really didn't go with that, and they ultimately in the end went with the evolution idea. It almost makes me wonder if Rodimus was the first one designed for this line before they went with Optimus Prime with Orion Pax, because it sounds like this decision then led to the idea of the evolutions for the leader class stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's interesting to see what could have been, and the fact that technically one of them has been emulated. And now that you point out the Shadow Striker, or the Black Shadow version, not Shadow Striker, Black Shadow, and what did they call him in the what's the dub name for him? What did they call him?
I can't remember.
Oh, Sky Shadow.
Sky Shadow. Right.
Yeah. So like maybe someone's gonna try to make a fan version of that one too. But so far I'm gonna post images obviously in the segment here. I'll post the images that the fan posted of his take of the first one. But I haven't seen anyone try it with the Dinobots yet, so it should be interesting. But yeah, pretty weird evolution of a concept, and I'm actually curious to see if they post more of these, because so far these leaked from Cybertron clips, some of them haven't been too interesting. This is the one that really resonated with a lot of people, because it's one of those like, here's what could have been but didn't happen ultimately in the end.